What's up, YouTube? This is Station here, and this is going to be episode 10 of Frieren, Beyond Journey's End, also known as Sousou no Frieren. Whatever the case may be. Oh jeez. So last time on Frieren, it was that was such a fun episode. I do apologize if it looks really corny and how I got heated with Lena. I mean, let's be real. It's I always find it always kind of ticks me off when someone is like a mimic of sorts, and intentionally using it against against someone that way, because she kind of more or less recognizes Stark as well. I mean, well, actually, it was more of a coincidence. My bad. But it was kind of interesting ways, but I mean it's not in because it's not because as ridiculous as it is, it's not necessarily overpowered because she doesn't have the raw strength. She has the technique, she can copy up other people's homework, but she doesn't have the work process. Okay, she doesn't have the actual she doesn't have the raw power that Stark and Eisen had. And the thing is, I think, I personally think it was a perfect obstacle for Stark to hurdle for Stark to get over, because it is his master. And you have to remember that Eisen, from the flashback, told Frieren that he is scared. He ended up being scared of his own student. At the time, the flashback was before that, and then of course he gave him the good old shonen sort of teaching, just like, oh, just keep getting back up. It's like, you haven't lost as long as you keep getting back up. That's how you can beat the strongest. Because if they're strong, but you can still beat them as long as you don't give up and you find an opportunity to get back. Now, I'm not saying Leon is necessarily stronger than Stark. It's just that Stark is kind of held back mentally. Like, he got thrown off by someone copying his form master, and he tends to overestimate his enemies and underestimate himself. And I mean, when he does get that resolve, though, I mean, he really can do a lot. I mean, Leland did say, like, why is he always going on the defensive, and then when he finally gets himself together, he gets himself an opening. I mean, it did kind of cost him might have cost him his side, or some of his side, the side of his abdomen. That's pain. That's gonna leave him. I gotta get some healing magic there, and basically just lightning strike there. And apparently it was the same one where he used when he was carving a canyon in a few episodes ago. But then there's the big highlight: Fern versus Lugner. The funny thing is that Lugner, when he surprise attacked her, it was out of pettiness because she did the same thing. And there's a chance that Lugner could have killed Fern if he wanted to, or if he really intended to, but he wanted that to be disrespectful, because he still doesn't really view them as enemies, but he more or less, that's part of his arrogance as a demon. Like, demons, remember, when you initially grow up in solitude, you tend to have that sort of arrogance, like that sort of confinement to whatever magic you have, and then you kind of just smooch off of it. I don't know if that's a good way to use the term, that, and you just kind of get full of yourself, and that's gonna do you in, the moment you slip up. And I like how Fern is literally a quick trigger, and I'm not so sure how true it is with Frieren saying that she fires off magic faster, but even if regardless of the truth, it's an encouragement that it's an encouraging um it's an encouraging thing to say for Fern. It boosts confidence, and in a way she more or less, that's why she's kind of like her teacher in one way. Maybe it's even scarier too, because Fern seems to have well, at the moment, I don't know about Frieren if she if she is able to unleash, but I mean, considering she's lived at least 1,000 years, you'd have to think she have a lot more knowledge in terms of magic technique and such. But Fern, like, give credit to Fern, she deserved that one. Stark deserved it, and of course the demons did himself. I like how Fern did not give Lugner the anime time logic, and just the moment he looked away, it cost him his life. Like, he might be still kicking it a little bit after getting half his body blown to bits, but yeah, that's it for him. That's it for him. I also do like someone in my a mutual pointed this out, that when Luna looked back, was checking her Lena, and then kind of briefly find out that she died in that distraction. It kind of hints that maybe demons aren't exempt from like feeling empathy, but it's just that their standards for empathy was not necessarily the same as with humans, or like in the same capacity as how humans would. More like maybe for each other, like whom they've grown some sort of connection to, which would be nice if they explored that more with Lunar and Line. It sucks that it wasn't as explored, but at the same time, I mean, I think it sends home the message, at least, that the series, that demons, yeah, they're, even if they're all bad, it doesn't mean that they're just emotionless barbarians. They're actually, they're cunning too, but it's just like, yeah, they're not just all that. They can also feel, in a way. You also have to think they feel fear as well. And yeah, give all credits. Also, I do like some of the best animation in that episode wasn't just the action. It was some of the subtle scenes too. And I'm glad someone else pointed it out with how Garth was just kind of moving with his hands and fingers, and the way it just kind of pause. Some fingers don't completely separate, or some stay locked, and all that. These solid movements. That's the start. That fucking jacket moment, like the shoulder part that's unusually smooth, and the one where he's just putting on his jacket and just grabbing his axe, and also the part where Fern was just throwing away her bloodied robe and just tossing it. That was just super smooth. It's like butter smooth, literally. Like, there's literally no missing in between. It doesn't feel. It's the complete opposite of choppy. That's all I'm gonna say. And of course, when choppy looking sequences are intentional, when, like, say certain animes like doing certain poses or shots, like with some explosions. Like, there's this anime called Yoshiyama, where where a lot of her I think it's a her. Yeah, it's a her. A lot of her frames, like emphasize on posing a lot of like these shots to just make them stand out. It's the style. I like it, but of course, I mean, it doesn't fit with Frieren though, in my opinion. At least for the most part, it wouldn't. These fluid moments is what defines how the series goes, and there's rarely any sort of stiffness with any of these scenes, which is great. It's great. It just feels alive. But anyways, I'm gonna just stop rambling on there. Let me get to the episode. All right. Okay, I'm gonna pull it up. I pulled up something that is not from that's maybe made ahead of time, but I'm not so sure if it's good subs or not. I mean, the subs please one are from Crunch are originally ripped out of Crunchyroll, but Crunchyroll doesn't have them up. But we want to get them here because daylight saving time. But yeah, let me see if this works out. It could, if it turns out bad, it turns out bad. I'll try it again. Hold on. All right. Let me upload that again. I need to let me do a playtest here. Okay. All right. Right. Episode 10 in 3, 2, 1. Let's jam. Oh, this was younger Frieren. She claps. Someone got. Oh, he's referring to the demons. She probably just clapped one. Beat them at their own games. By the way, Lunar in German actually means liar, so that says a lot. So you can kind of think that he was lying when he says like, "Oh, I got more power," but and all, and yet this bitch is outdoing me in every way possible. Oh wow, what happened here? Oh, oh, okay, never mind. I remember. Yeah, that's it for you. Dude, it's, see the blood. See the. Hmm. Oh, she was probably concealing the amount of money she actually has. Oh. Just finish you off. Oh, is this where like? Oh, this is probably where she found Frieren. I'm sorry if the subtitles look off. They probably work in some other player. Wow. So she was pretty much viewed as a threat because she was exposing so much of her mana to them. You really think so? Such a random, smooth looking animation with the swing. She's the only survivor. Yeah, that explains why Frieren hates these demons so much. Nah. You look like you can. Look, you're the key to saving everyone from these demons. So can't let this let you pass by. And of course, like she doesn't want someone to just die in vain after something like that. Oh, well, did you? Fucking. Oh, this is some fucking Dark Souls shit. Why isn't like Umbranth from Final Fantasy? What was it? 13th? I forgot which generation. My bad. Yeah. Yep. Oh. Wait. She just. Oh, she just clapped them all. Just. Oh, damn. Hey, that's how you can kill the strongest. So basically, she's able to control. That's also. I wouldn't say that. I mean, it's a strategy. But I can understand why she'd think that. The Water Strider. There was like two of them. They both hate him so much. So we think alike. So the like teacher like student thing is more or less similar now, and now it's replaying itself with Frieren and Fern. Less than a tenth. So to basically build from that little suppression to build up on. Wow. I mean, that's kind of like doing reps. You'll deceive demons as long as you live. Interesting way to use the CG to kind of make that sort of immersive feel to it. The balance. Asphalt's rolling over to sleep right now. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, but no one's challenged. No one's been really challenged well enough up to this point. Yeah, but you live longer, my girl. The problem is the demon herself is not being. Yeah, they can't hide it, huh? I wonder if there's like some technical functioning technically as to why. Like if they physically can't do it. Okay, we're gonna. And that's what. And there it is. Why demons who live in solitude are still able to establish something. Basically, for demons, it's magic, isn't it? That's why you're not gonna see me in a fucking robe or like a political suit or some shit. Because I'm not at that class. Mm-hmm. We get a nice little look at this town they're going through. To pridefulness. It's literally how all there is to him. It's a nice way to make parallel things. They pride themselves in it, so they're a slave to their own to their own pride and mana. Damn. Oh, it's been so long now. Lime has gotten a lot older. And it's kind of sad because Frieren never physically changed. We couldn't even tell right away until Lime showed up. Only 50 years ago. Oh, she's gonna fuck over Orange so bad. Hmm. Don't forget why you started to like magic in the first place. There's something else to teach other than just deceiving magic. Which is what happened. Oh yeah, she did grant her wish. And time passed. I'm pretty sure that's when she would later meet Hema Eyes, and then the other. Oh gee. They have one. There's a way. There's all these like mountain goats and wolves. And them a lot of time just be passing. Dude, that's literally something out of the Ice Age. So that's why she's been living so modestly. And that's how they would later recruit him. She's probably suppressing it even more so than maybe like at a 5% even. You could tell. It's like, nah, it's just my gut instinct. Oh, that yeah, and all that pass. I like how they always go back to. They always go back, to reference how much it means to Frieren, and, and why it means more to her now. Oh boy, yeah, Aura's gonna get fucked over. No, she's gonna it's gonna be so bad. Yeah, that's just you only brushing a few pages of the dictionary. That's not called reading a book. No, she was not killing time. I'm pretty sure she wasn't killing time for nothing, going through all those useless spells, especially when how she made the killing magic. Yeah, and there it is. Oh. No, look again. Look again. No, she got so used to suppressing mine as if she could just do it so naturally as if she's just breathing. Just, mm-hmm. For moments like this. Ma'am, and she's lived for at least a millennia. Oh Lord. Yo. Oh! He said she fucking loser. Oh, fuck off. You don't end it like that. That was good. Alright, let me skip to the. Oh, we're going to the next arc. Oh, it looks like she's gonna meet one of her kind. Okay. I knew I knew like Free was like, oh, she's just nuts. No, she ain't that shit. She ain't about that. She was just wasting her time. Nah. She was all this fucking time. She was still Frieren was still fucking training. So, in a way, she was suppressing. So she was being told all the time to suppress her, to put those limiters on, basically, and then to the point where so much time has passed, it just came natural, as if she was just breathing, as if she was just walking, or even just like blink her eyes or something. Like it came so naturally that it just became like perfectly. And the fact that she was able to build off something, like, because she said all fundamental, and just build off something, you have to think Frieren got even stronger because of that. Now maybe I missed something. That's the gist I'm getting, because she fucked over Or so badly. Like, Or was so fucking confident, and this is the weakness with demons. They don't want to hide shit. They want to flaunt their fucking wealth that is their mana, right? No, not at one point with these demons, with the sort of society they have constructed after, you know, what I'm pretty sure via observation from humans and other demons. Despite how they usually live, they start out living in solitude. Have to establish something, and that's mana. Hierarchy is based off of how much mana they got, and so they want to flaunt as much as they can, and that's their downfall. Because they view Flamme as just weak, and they just didn't prepare. Because they just view Flamme as just weak, but then Flamme just like they think they could tank whatever she did. No, that did not happen. I liked it. This is not a very elaborately animated episode like last time, but it still was pretty looking. There were still some nice moments there. I think the fact I will just laugh at people who expected some big saga fight, but really it was not a fight to begin with. The thing is that Frieren just did not want to waste her time, waste her strength, trying to clap all these soldiers she had. That is understandably would be tiresome. So just facing Aura, having Aura come out herself head on and try to, because of that confidence, she said, it's like I've lived for 500 years, I've been training for 8 years. Yeah, it's like, yeah, bitch, I've been training for at least a millennia. That's the way to fuck. She basically told she literally fucking did a Lelouch right there. Just let me see that part again. Hold on. Hold on a second. It's like, oh, kill yourself. I would have like this is basically saying that it's just like, it's just like this. She basically just told her to die, and she because she put herself on a scale. She like, to be fair, Aura fucked herself up. She only had herself to blame in the end, because this was not a fight. She should have just packed it up and left, and not bother with it. Like, if anything, you know, Frieren was probably prepared if this battle was going to be elongated. But now it's just like, oh, you know, I don't need to work this much when this bitch is so confident. just did herself in with her own ability. The fact that Lunar himself found out earlier on that, because Fern was doing the same fucking thing. I'm not gonna say that, oh, Fern's stronger than Lunar, but she was hiding she seemed to be like concealing her own mana. I don't know how well she is. I don't think she's that good at it as Frieren is, but learning from it, doing it at a time like this, at least tell a lot. Now, I don't know about back then when Lunar first appeared, but it still applies all the same. And Lunar just like, you call yourself mages? Yeah, yeah. This is a fucking strategy. It's not like we're doing bribing. It's not like we're we're like shaving. we're point shaving or something, but it's a legit strategy. Deception is is a legitimate strategy. I don't think it seems underhanded, but when you really think about it, if that's the way to counteract, like they want to talk too, because like demons know how to deceive humans with words. To have themselves get fucked over and deceived via mana, because Flamen told like Frieren to deceive it's like just how demons deceive humans with words. You deceive demon, like, which we value. Words are what we as humans value a lot. Frieren will be just deceiving demons with her own mana that demon Nana, a property, a concept of the world that demons hold high to regard. So yeah, it kind of exposes how arrogant we can be as humans when it comes to wealth, and how demons are this like they have this have this sort of bad judgment when it comes to having too much pride in their mana, and they did themselves. Lunar, Lena, and Ord all did themselves in because of their pride, their confidence. They got caught slipping. I'm not saying that they're necessarily stronger than whoever they faced. They're not necessarily all way stronger, but definitely not with those. Definitely not with Ord Frieren. But deception does work very well here. Fern was deceiving as well. Stark is something else at this point. But the thing is, he was mentally handicapping himself too, when you think about it. Just playing defensive, like I pointed out before the reaction. So yeah, there's something. You guys don't get too arrogant about something you take too much pride in, because one day it's gonna screw you. It's gonna screw you over so bad. But yeah, like going and the flashbacks with Frieren with Flamme, and if I mispronounce the name, sorry. And then how she met Hemel, and then Hemel like he has that sort of intuition. It's like, yeah, you're like, I'm pretty sure you're the strongest despite how much mana you can, like, because literally like the priest Hilter is just like, oh, he's a fifth of it, and Frieren's like, okay, that's how you say it. But Hemel knows better. Hemel knows better. Like, yeah, I like his. I understand Hemel's not getting much characteristic because he's someone of the past. He's a character where his context is more of someone of the past. Even though I know, like, yeah, that's how he shows up. He shows up at the very beginning, but of course that's more of a stepping stone for Frieren's new journey. So I like that. It's like, I know. It's like, nah, I know. It's like, nah, I know you're strong. It's just I have a good hunch that I have like a good gut instinct that you're much stronger than you initially present yourself as. What I'm just gonna say though, Stark needs to get some healing up at this point. Dude's got a shot to the ribs, and so Fern, please help him. Help me. Yeah, I enjoyed this episode. Again, like, do I say, if I'm gonna be honest when I say I enjoyed this just as much as I'm enjoying it, like, and I have this different sort of enjoyment as the enjoyment compared to the Jujutsu Kaisen episode from the other day. I'm not as engrossed with high action stuff as most people are, but I had nothing against that though. That's just how it's just how it is for me, who's a lot more familiar with how things go. But it's all the same. No disrespect. It's all it's a different way of a different sort of enjoyment. So no disrespect. There's in terms of storytelling, still it looks. I mean, still the animation side looks good. It's just like there's nothing as, there's not as much great looking animated fluid sequences as the last episode, but that's fine because again, this was not a fight to begin with. It was just Fern just like, up, got you, go off yourself. And it ends there. I hate that it ends there. But they're pacing this really well. If they're not from, I don't think they're really covering that many chapters per episode. So they're going at a steady pace. I just hope it doesn't feel so draggy, because that's something that the manga can feel like. That the manga, I'm sure, can feel like at times, because I've heard, from what I've read so far, like it was, pretty like some stuff feels really slow, but I guess in anime form, maybe because of how it immerses you into things, with how the camera director, just going around expanding upon certain scenes more than just what they have contained in those single panels. It makes this experience a lot better. So I'm thankful for that. I really am. But yeah, that's all about it. That's a great episode of Frieren. It's not gonna be, not that because it's flashy, but because it has that sort of that great sort of storytelling. Writing wise, it's still great in my opinion. And call if you want to say some stuff is a little bit too on the nose. Sometimes I like when stuff is on the nose. If it means a lot, if I feel like it means a lot, if it feels like there's a lot of weight to it, I don't mind. Berserk kind of had that too. Vinland Saga kind of had that too. Like, I don't know about, like, when they say on the nose, there's probably a reason why. Sometimes it doesn't always doesn't always click well. But when it does well. I mean, it depends on different people's preferences and things. So I'm not the almighty judge on that. Well, yeah, that's about it though. Smash the like button. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter, go to the YouTube channel, join Discord server, share this video around, all that good stuff. But that's gonna do it for today on Sousou no Frieren. Frieren signing off. See you next time. Take care. Stay safe, y'all. Have a great day. Peace.